Hello, Internet. It is Thursday, August 8th. I am Chet Siegel, and there's a whole bunch of radioactive water in the Pacific Ocean, and so we should all be concerned. And this is your Guyism Speed Round. The NRA is opening up a brand new museum inside of an enormous Bass Pro Shop. The Natural History Museum is following suit, and they plan to open up a new branch inside of a Petco very soon. The Japanese government has announced that the Fukushima nuclear power plant has leaked over 300 tons of radioactive water into the Pacific Ocean. So there will definitely be a Sharknado sequel. Taco Bell is beginning to sell waffle breakfast tacos. So if you're stoned in the morning and able to leave your house, breakfast is served. A bomb threat was called in on a US-bound flight from Ireland yesterday. And it was probably just some flight attendant who wanted to get out of her AP bio test. Am I right? A Tennessee Chick-fil-A apologized for being rude to a woman who was breastfeeding inside one of their restaurants. Because if Chick-fil-A respects anything, it's breast meat. A North Korean comic mentioned, quote, sensitive issues while she was performing for a whole bunch of farmers. So government officials immediately pulled her from the stage and sent her directly to a coal mine to work. Wait, there are lady comics in North Korea? You go, girl. What's the deal with communism? Sometimes I get up and I think, does my bob that looks exactly like everyone else's look okay? Sometimes I feel like all North Korean men are the same. Wait, no, except for you, Supreme Leader. I didn't mean you. Former MTV teen mom Farrah Abraham posed naked for a corpse fetish magazine. She said it was the easiest shoot that she's ever done because she's dead inside. And now, just to humor you, Matt Hirsch, it is time for Chet Chat with me, Chet. I felt like an asshole saying that. Okay, let's just get on with this. Who would win in a fight between Julia Child and the Barefoot Contessa? Hands down, Julia Child. As long as, we're allowing for us to go back in time a little bit so that Julia Child could be alive and in her prime, then totally Julia. Because she's so much more badass and hands-on. I mean, the Barefoot Contessa, she's sweet and mumbly and kind of quiet and yeah, her food's good, but nobody fucks with Julia. Does your dart necklace hold any special significance? Yeah, it wasn't passed down to me by a family member or anything. I just bought it at a store, but I bought it because it made me think of my mother. There's a story, my mom was at a fair once and she was throwing darts at those balloons, and if you pop a balloon and there's a little slip of paper that has a prize inside of it. So my mom was about to throw her darts, and she kept telling the guy who stands between the little bar where you throw and the darts, he was standing there running the booth, and she kept telling him to move, because I'm gonna hit you. And the guy was like, no, I've been doing this for years. Nobody's ever hit me. So my mother nails him right in the arm with a dart. And she just, because she's got a morbid sense of humor, just laughed and laughed and laughed. But yeah, that dart made me think of my mother. What 4 things would be in your trail mix? Cashews, because they're the superior nut. Almonds. Dried blueberries, because they're my favorite berry. And little dark chocolate morsels, because we're worth it, folks. All right, guys, that is going to do it for today's Guyism Speed Round. I have been and will continue to be Chet Siegel. If you liked what you saw, click that like button on down below. Shoot this link to a couple of your nearest and dearest. And if you got any questions, ask them on my Facebook page right here, or tweet them at me, at Chet Siegel. Whichever way suits your fancy, I'm okay with. And just make sure that you come back tomorrow for more headlines that you need to know. I don't know if this cup is clean. I have no idea, because I use it every day, but I don't always put coffee in it. And today I put coffee in it. Oh well. The Japanese government has announced, that's what they did, they announced it, like the birth of a baby. The Japanese government has announced that they have given birth to 300 tons of nuclear reactive water. Nuclear. I can see why Bush fucked up that word. I think calling Chick-fil-A... Somebody's yelling about Applebee's. God, I love a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I just wish they didn't hate gays so much. Pacific Ocean.